What's up, Wave Riders? So today I was driving to work and it started snowing. Well, really it was more like ice because we're in Missouri. But it made me think about one of my favorite soundtracks to a game that doesn't really get a lot of attention. And then that made me think about another game that doesn't get a lot of attention for its soundtrack, which made me think of another, and now I have 5 to talk about. So today we're going to talk about 5 underrated video game soundtracks, and I think they're going to help make your day a little bit nicer. And if you check out the whole video, you'll find out which soundtrack triggered this whole list. So first up, we've got Quest 64. Now, if you saw my Mo GameCon recap, you would know that I picked up a Quest 64 strategy guide. Quest 64 is a game that does have some nostalgia for me, but if I go back and listen to the soundtrack, there's 2 tracks that really stick out. First, the battle music, which basically sounds like it's from Final Fantasy. I'm not gonna lie. And then the second is Blue Cave. Honestly, I think if you just play through the whole soundtrack at like a 20% volume, it kind of makes you amped to get through your workday. Next up, we have Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge from the Game Boy. Castlevania games are on a lot of top soundtrack lists, but usually it's like Symphony of the Night, original Castlevania, or like Super Castlevania 4. So we're gonna jump over to the Game Boy and have a listen to Praying Hands, which is the Cloud Temple theme. I also think the Level Select theme is a really great track you should go check out. So for our third option, we're gonna go with Draken from the Super Nintendo. Now, if you're not familiar with this game, it was ported to the Super Nintendo in 1991, and it was the first RPG on the system. Now, it doesn't hold up against other RPGs that came out later on the Super Nintendo, but I think the music is really an interesting listen. The first track you hear is this foreboding title screen menu theme, and then you get into the game and the very next thing you hear sounds more like it came from Brunswick World Tournament of Champions than an RPG. It's just this upbeat, kind of peppy jazz fusion track. I really don't know how it fits in with the rest of the RPG, but I remember loving it so much. But what really puts Draken on this list of underrated soundtracks is the night themes, especially the forest area night theme. You see, this game has a day and night cycle, and because of that, there's different music for each area for the day and the night. But the night themes, they really bring out the soothing nature of the night, which is good because a lot of times you're gonna find an enemy that's gonna kill you in the middle of the night anyways. All right, next up, we have Snowboard Kids 1 and 2. Now, I love these 2 together because really the soundtracks sound very similar. The same composers worked on the first and second game, and they did a great job making it all one cohesive world of music. But Snowboard Kids 1 has the better tracks out of the 2. First, I think you should check out the track Big Snowman. But the true star of the Snowboard Kids 1 soundtrack is when you go into the board shop and just the music they have playing while you're looking through the different boards. That is what makes this worthy of being on an underrated soundtrack list. And finally, for our last choice, we're gonna go with Hot Shots Golf 4. Look, it's a golf game. It is what it is. If you've never played a Hot Shots Golf, then you really need to check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. But for some reason, the composer just went off on this soundtrack. I mean, listen to the main theme. But really, for me, the standout piece in the soundtrack is Western Valley's fall and winter theme. You see, every course has different themes for spring and summer and fall and winter. And the soundtrack for Western Valley's fall and winter levels is really the best one. Overall, this soundtrack has a very cohesive feel, and I think it's fantastic to listen to while you're working. Well, there you have it, 5 underrated soundtracks, at least in my opinion. Are there any soundtracks that you love that nobody else likes to talk about? Let me know in the comments below. Heck, if you have 5 soundtracks that you like that nobody else talks about, go ahead and make a response video and let me know about it. Thanks for watching, Wave Riders, and I'll catch you on the next wave. Over here.